Verse 2 of the Tao Te Ching. When people see some things as beautiful, other things become ugly. When people see some things as good, other things become bad. Being and non-being create each other. Difficult and easy support each other. Long and short define each other. High and low depend on each other. Before and after follow each other. Therefore the master acts without doing anything, and teaches without saying anything. Things arise and she lets them come. Things disappear and she lets them go. She has but doesn't possess, acts but doesn't expect. When her work is done, she forgets it. That is why it lasts forever. Let's get some more insight from another translation. In this world, beauty is called beauty because there is ugliness. Good is called good because there is evil. Thus, emptiness and existence transform into each other. Difficult and easy come from each other. Long and short compare to each other. High and low flow from each other. Sounds and voices blend together in harmony. Before and after follow each other. Knowing this, the sage acts by doing nothing, and teaches without saying a word. The 10,000 things arise, but he is silent. Things grow, but he takes nothing for himself. He acts, but doesn't compel. He creates, but seeks no recognition. By not seeking recognition, he has nothing to lose. So, from my interpretation, obviously beauty and ugly are human opinions which are based on temporary circumstances, or temporary pressures, or changes in pressures in and around the body. Opinions which are changeable, they're changeable due to the fact that they were produced by something that changes. The eternal is all, thus it is unchanging. So, an opinion might come from a season, some other kind of pressure that's temporary. Since it's coming from something temporary, it's produced by something temporary, it too is temporary. So, it's not eternal, it isn't the likeness of your consciousness. Again, the Tao, or what is being described in this likeness of the Tao, is your consciousness, or what consciousness is. It is the likeness of consciousness. In order to align with the consciousness, this is the likeness that you would have to assume or embody. So the unchanged experiences itself through the changeable, the temporary. So the changes and the unchanged essentially create each other. Being and non-being create each other, basically, is what in the first one saying. And their resonance provides the contrast that set the stage for life to be lived through. Realizing the unchanged part of your being, it is easy to discern one's identity from the identity of the changes. So you're being subjected to changes, and you're not the object. You're being subjected. The changes are the object. So, again, the body is what's being transformed. You are the transformer. So, the body is the transformation, and you're the transformer, transforming. So, the identity, again, is an identity situation where the changes could be coldness or hot or whatever it is, but you just don't identify with it. Many times in language, people get caught up in identifying, like I am cold or I am sick. That's like saying I am diabetes. In some languages, it's harder to fool you. Like in Latin, it would say I have cold. You wouldn't say that I am cold. So in younger languages that get further away from the meta-netter, you're going to get misidentifications a lot easier. So having no identity, you require no recognition. You require only cognition. That's functionality or purpose. So life or God is purpose. You are life. There's no separation between the creator and the creature. So life is purpose. Death is repurposing. Honoring one's purpose is honoring the divine design and the divine designer. Once the designer and design or pattern are realized, then one follows the pattern rather than obstructing it by trying to add to its perfection. You can't add to perfect. You can only disrespect perfect by trying to add to it. So once you just accept the perfection and move with that momentum, with that pattern, then it makes taking credit impossible. And giving credit is the supreme state. So God or the creator consciousness doesn't take credit. It's what gives credit. It's the creditor. So in master and slave situation, if you look at it, if you want to create separation and duality, body being the slave or whatever, consciousness being the master, the creditor would be the consciousness and the debtor would be that which is taking the breath. The body is taking the breath, and what's giving the breath is the consciousness. It is the breath. Though they carry each other, obviously. So there's no separation, but that's for two. Looking past or beyond the human opinion of good and bad or beautiful and ugly.